Hi guys, my name is Jennifer Confidence. If you just see my face for the very first time, yeah, you're welcome to my channel. I basically film around scholarships, opportunities, especially Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. I also film around my journey as an Erasmus Mundus scholar, my journey navigating Europe, generally finances and making investment and all of that. But anyways, that's not what this video is all about. This video is generally about Europass CV format, which is why you clicked on this video. So let's get right into it. Hi guys, as promised, I am bringing you a video on Europass CV format, how to have your Europass CV slick, because I've seen a whole lot of complaints from people that they're filling out their Europass CV and it's coming out congested, or if it's just putting everything together. I don't really know where you guys are seeing that, but oh no, I think I've seen that once with someone's CV and I've seen where all those things happen. But I think what I would say is that you guys are using the wrong one, and that's what comes with the wrong one. It just jam packs everything. So what I'm going to be doing here today is that I will be showing you where to download the Word document Europass CV format. I'll be showing you where to download it from, and I would equally be taking you through the process of filling it out. So you're just going to be seeing it here. So if you've been having issues with your Europass CV format, how to go about it, and yeah, just go ahead and continue watching. Whether you're applying for scholarship or whether you're applying for job, this video would really be helpful to you. So a lot of you, like I stated in my last video, that if you wanted me to film this video, go ahead and comment. I've seen your comments. Aside that, I've seen a whole lot of people coming to my DM, both on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, as well as my WhatsApp. For those of you who have my WhatsApp number, and you guys are asking for me to help out with the Europass CV format, and that's why I'm bringing you this video, because I can't answer everybody one after the other. So it's just best I take you guys through this the video, make the video, and then just send you guys the link. You guys watch it and you guys can replicate it for yourself based on what you want, whether you're applying for a job or whether you're applying for a scholarship. And I hope this really helps. If this is really what you want to see, go ahead, just follow me step by step, so that I wouldn't be getting more questions around the Europass CV format. Just go ahead and click. Just go ahead and keep watching. Before I say click anything, just keep watching and you will just see it. So let's just get there now. So hi guys, so I am sure by now you must have clicked on the link down below, and if you click to the link, that's the particular link which we'll be using here. And for me, I just copied and pasted it. If you have not, you should just go ahead and click on the link. Like for me, I just pasted it here now, and then it brings me to this place, and this is the European Environment Agency. So if you have clicked on the link which is attached to this video in the description box, you would see it. You would be arriving here, and then you just click on Europass CV, and then it gets it downloaded, which is this here right now. So you should be having yours downloaded. And so guys, when you have clicked on it, it would bring you here. This is the downloaded copy, and yeah, this is the downloaded copy, and this is what it just generally looks like. This is the Europass CV format, which is editable, and just follow me. A lot of instructions are already here on this Word document here for you to go ahead, but just to ensure that you do not make a mistake, just go ahead and follow me. So the first place where we're going to be starting would be this header here. So yeah, this header here, like the instruction says, replace it with your first name and your last name. So let's just come with me. Let's use mine. So we're going to be writing Jennifer here, Jennifer Confidence, for example. So we'll have Jennifer Confidence. So we're done with the header here now. Now, this is the section for your personal information. And here, like the instruction has stated, you need to replace it with your name. So let's just go ahead, and we have Jennifer Confidence. Then you can see here that all CV headings are optional. you can go ahead and remove any heading that does not apply to you or that is not applicable. And so we're going to go ahead and remove these headings here right now. The next thing we're going to be looking at is this place where it is written you should replace with house number, street name, city, postcode, and country. For me, I do not like to give out that much of information to people, and so except when it has to do with cover letter, I don't get to give out that much of information. And so what I just generally like to do is to write, let's say England. Let's say England, for example, England, then the UK. Sometimes, except when the job is quite specific that they need somebody in that particular location, and then let's say probably you're in that location, you can go ahead and put it here. Except that though, but ordinarily if you're applying for any job or any scholarship, you don't really need to put that much of information. Let's say the job requires you that you should be in Glasgow. My school is in Glasgow, so let's use Glasgow. That you should be in Glasgow. We can just put Glasgow, and they would remove England. In that case, we can just remove England. So we can just remove England. So we can just remove England. But if that is not the case, just put back your England here. So I think we'll just work with England, UK. Now replace with your phone number and then replace with your mobile number. So for me though, I generally just like to put one number, and so this, let's just say we'll just remove this and replace this with a number, and the number could be, let's say, plus what number do I, let me just create any number in my head, 355557. I'm just generally putting any number here. I hope this is not anybody's number though, but I'm just typing in anything here. Then state your email address here. Let's say since we say Jennifer here, so let's say let's just go ahead and say Jennifer, boss lady. Okay, this boss lady sounds funny, but Jennifer, let's look for something. Jennifer, United Nations. Okay, so yes, Jennifer United Nations at un.org. This is actually not my email address. I don't work for the UN. I'm just thinking of anything. This is not my email. This is not my email address. Nothing. This is just something I'm just coming up with. Then add. Okay. Let me put UN so that I don't affiliate with the United Nations. So state personal website. If you have a personal website, you can state it here. If you don't, you just remove it. Like you have no business with it. You grab, like you just remove it. So yeah. Before we move on, we could just remove this. So like you don't really need your picture to be here. You can just remove it. You don't really need your picture. Here, you don't need these, what's the code? These details here. You don't need it. These details of replace with your IM, service and all of that. You could just, so we've just removed that. Let me teach you guys how to remove this gap here. I know that you guys will be wondering how to remove this gap. So you click like 3 times, then you see these highlights come up here, and then you just click delete or backward, and then it goes off. Do you grab? Now these ones here, to be honest, you don't really need these things, your sex, your date of birth, your nationality, and all of that. You don't need it, because any applications you're making, you would have it there. You would only I would only advise that you should use this section if a job you're applying for specifically asks for your sex, specifically asks for date of birth, as in people between a particular age range. Let's say they said those between 25 and 40 should apply. That's when I would advise that you should use this place. And then maybe they say they advise that only people from sub-Saharan Africa should apply. Let's say, for example, so you go ahead and say, okay, maybe I'm a Ghanaian. So you go ahead and just put it there. But in regular applications, you don't also need this here. You just go ahead and remove it. So now, like I stated earlier, you click twice to remove this extra space. Yeah, so we're removing any space you don't want. You go ahead and click twice. You go ahead and click twice and just keep deleting them. I think this space here is enough. Yeah, so we're going to be moving now to the next section, which is job applied for, position applied for, preferred job, studies applied for. So here now, this is where I'm talking about. You just go ahead and put what you applied for. Let's say, for example, you apply for the position of a manager. So you just write job applied for. You just leave job applied for, and then you delete these other ones, or you put position or preferred job. So if you're applying for a scholarship, then you just go ahead and leave this one, studies applied for. You leave it, and then you delete these other ones, then you delete these other ones. So let's assume you're applying for a scholarship, because I think a lot of my subscribers are scholarship applicants. So you just delete this one, and so you have studies applied for. Now what you just have to do here is you replace this. Let's say you are applying for a scholarship, let's say the one that I was on, that's the international master. Oh, I think I made a mistake here, so let's put it well. International master in security, intelligence and strategic studies. So studies applied for, you have put it here, international masters in security, intelligence and strategic studies, which is this here now. Are you following me? It is that simple. Now you have work experience section. You move straight now to the work experience section. Now, like the instruction states here now, you are going to now replace it with dates. You replace here now, you know how we'll have you worked from this time to this time. So what is your most recent work experience? Let's say your most recent work experience was a research assistant role, and let's say you worked from May to September. So let's say May to September, May 2022. So you need to be very specific, 2022 to September 2022. So you know that in writing out these jobs, these dates and all of that, you need to be as specific as possible. Your work experience, the most recent one needs to come first. At all times, the most recent ones need to come first. So it's also just been stated here as separate entries for each experience. Start from the most recent, just like what I've just stated here. Now this is not relevant, this thing in red, so you do well to always remove anything that is not relevant. So we go here now, replace with occupation or position held. So I stated that, okay, let's say you were a research assistant. We're going to go ahead now to replace with the employer's name and where the employer was located. So I did an internship with Peace Research Institute. So we'll just go Peace Research Center Prague. Peace Research Center Prague. And this is it. So if you've worked in multiple countries, just to make it really clear, you can just put check here, Prague. This is the full name of the institute, actually, Peace Research Center Prague. So yeah, then you put Czech Republic. Replace with main activities. So let's say I supported research on let's say I supported research on for example, let's just say racism in Prague. For example, this was not what I worked on. This was nothing. I'm just saying this. Supported research on racism in Prague. You could go ahead to list other things. Let's say I conducted interviews. Interviews with migrants or immigrants. I think this is a double M. Okay, yeah. So with immigrants. These are just examples. These are not anything related to me though. This is just example. Now the business or sector, replace with the type of business. So here we can write education and research. Education and research. That is the business, the sector that it is relied on. This is actually not, I haven't conducted any research on racism before. I'm just saying. So something like this: conducted interviews with immigrants. You can go ahead and on and list everything that you did, and then you list the sector. Let's say this is the first one. So let's say now I want to put a second experience. I think what I can do is to just copy this, and then yeah. So now I click on that, and then I click on paste. So now I have what I want here, and I could go on and put another one. Let's say I was a social media manager. Let's say I was a social media manager with let's say the name of the organization is Peace for All. I hope there's no organization like that. I'm just Peace for All, and it's in Nairobi. Let's say it's in Nairobi. We could put Kenya, especially if you want your CV to look really international and really, you know, spectacular. So you could just move this down a bit. Yeah, you could just move this down just to give a little bit of space here. So I'll be like responsible or coordinated the public reputation building, public engagement and reputation modeling. Yeah, so we need to remove this from bold, except it's really, you know, important, a really key thing you did, you can put it in bold. And we could say conducted online poll, let's just say conducted online poll. So just, you know, something like that. Peace and security. So you just get it, like you just fill that in, and then you go to the education sector. Now let's say the person schooled between 2011 and 2014 or 2015. Let's say 2011 to the, so we'll say September 2011 to July 2015. Let's say 2015, the person graduated with in 2015. And then replace with qualification awarded. Let's say or you could just put MSc MSc Conflict and Peace. Conflict and Peace Studies. Now replace with the European Qualification Framework or others if relevant. What you simply need to do here, you can go ahead and say maybe a first class, a 2-2, grab, go ahead, highlight it and put what you graduated with. Let's say a 2-2, so you could just put a 2-2. Or if you made a first class, you can put the first class there. So you can put a 2-2. You can also put your CGPA here. So now here, under here, you replace with the name of the university. So let's say Nairobi University. It's in Nairobi, Kenya. Sometimes you can just choose to just put the name of the country and then you probably just delete the place where it took place. So now here you can put a list of relevant courses that you did. Let's say conflict resolution. Let's say conflict resolution. Alternative dispute resolution. You can put the UN in world politics. For example, these are just examples. So here it's just like when I talked about this work experience, you have to always put a new one. You have a bachelor's and you need to put it, so you have to always put a new one. That's what it means here. Add separate entries for each course and start from the most recent. So this is the first one here now, which we have done, which is MSc. So if you want to add your bachelor's, so I would just advise that you just copy this, just click here. When you click here, then you press enter and then you click here and add it. So yeah, so you have another entry here now. Okay, so here now you can change it to, let's say, BSc. After adding it, you can change it here now to BSc let's say Peace Studies. And yeah, you could just put whatever you want to change here, put it, and that's it. So guys, we're done with the education and training, and then it is time to head off to the personal skills. So we're here now at the personal skills, and one thing is, wherever you are, you can decide to use this here. You can see here, use this to move up or move down. So we're here, and the first thing here, like always, remove any headings that are left empty or does not apply to you. You just go ahead and remove them. Yeah, you just go ahead and remove it. So here now, what is your mother tongue or mother tongues? So let's say you're Kenyan, you can put Swahili, for example, Swahili and English. For example, you could put that there. Now, other languages that you understand, that you speak, and all of that, and you are able to write, and their proficiency listening. So, other languages, we are going to go ahead with this one now. The language, let's say French, for example, more. If that is even a thing here. So how much can you listen, how much can you understand? So these here now, they've given you the classifications. Look here very well, they've given you the classifications. Level A1, A2 is basic user, B1, B2 is independent user, C1, C2 is proficient user. This is the framing of the European Union. So what is your entry level here now? So you have to replace it. Let's say you are B2. Let's say you're B2. Here everything, everything is B2. Here too is B2, 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 another B2. B2. And then let's say Portuguese, then you do the same too. Let's say you can also speak Portuguese, you do the same for Portuguese. Let's say Portuguese, you do the same. But if this is the only other language apart from Swahili and English and plus French that you know, then there's no need to actually include this, and that means you could just go ahead and delete it. Yeah, you could just go ahead and delete it here. You could just go ahead and delete it. Yeah, you just go ahead and delete it. So let's say you have an English, you have a test of English. Let's say you took Duolingo, so you could just write Duolingo here. Duolingo. If you took IELTS, you could just replace Duolingo here with IELTS. Yes. If you took TOEFL, you could just my TOEFL is the season. Yeah, you could just replace it here. If you know what you scored, let's say however they grade it, I'm not sure how they grade, let's say 95, you scored 95, you could put it there. Just like this, you could just put it there. For example, I'm not saying that TOEFL offers English. I'm just saying, for example, if this is the test that you took, so you just put it there and then it shows here. So this is it now. So you have English, Swahili, and then you have French, you have the certificate you took, and then you have the gradings. So I think that of French is called I've forgotten some of these French exams, so you could just put them here. You could just put them here and have it, and then write the grades here. So that is that for personal skills that you have. I think it's time we'll move on to communication skills. So here now, as it is written, replace with your communication skills, specify with what context they were acquired. Example, good communication skills gained through your experience as sales manager. For example, now if you're applying for scholarships, a lot of the times, I don't think you really need to emphasize so much on this communication skills, but you can, obviously you can. So for me, I don't like it, so I could just remove it. Or if you want, you could just go ahead and replace it with whatever you gained. So let's say we would leave this example that they put here, this example here. It's a great one, so we could just have it left there. So yeah, communication skills, a good communication skills gained through my experience as sales manager, or my experience, earlier here I've stated that I was a social media manager, so gained as a social media manager. So as a social media manager, for example, organizational and managerial skills, you could just, like the others, you replace. So you could put something like leadership. So you could put something like leadership, currently responsible for. So let's say you were student president during student association president. You could just put leadership. So you could just put leadership, and then maybe change it to gained as a student association president. So this is great. And job related skills. So here now, if it is scholarship that you're applying for, it could be, let's say, program related skills. For example, you can change that program related skills. So you could say security conference organizing. because you have stated that maybe you worked as a research assistant or something, or even you could put peace and conflict research. Don't forget that we earlier stated here that it was a research assistant here, or for a peace research center, or you could put something like that. You could just put it put anything here, or computer skills, good with Microsoft and all of that. So good command of Microsoft. Other skills replaced with other relevant skills that you think it's really necessary or it is cool. So you could put social media management. So social media, let's say social media management. Driving license if it is required, probably for jobs, but if you're applying for scholarship, this is really not necessary. So yeah, we'll just do away with it. Now, other additional informations. If you have publications, you could go ahead and replace. If you've done presentations, awards, memberships, you could go ahead and replace. So we'll just say publications. Let's say for publication, let's say racism in Prague. Then if you, let's say you've done some presentations, presented in the political science conference in Chicago, let's say May 23 to 29 2022, for example. Projects, you might not have all of these things. So you might, let's say projects, you can put it there. Just check the ones you have done. You put any project that you have. So just put all of them here. Now you can, for the projects, you can put them here. If you have conferences, if you don't have seminars and this here, you could just remove it. Since we stated here public presentation, we'll put conference here. If you want certain awards, you can put. If you don't have projects, you remove it. If you want certain awards, let's say Nairobi University best student, so let's say 2017, for example. Membership, International Peace Builders Association, International Peace Builders Association. References here. Now you could put maybe Professor Nduta. You could put the email nduta@gmail.com, and then in brackets you can put phone number +6677. These are not people's phone number. I'm just typing anything on my keyboard. You can put another referee, let's say Professor James, and then you do the same thing to james@gmail.com, and then phone number. You can write just typing anything here, and yeah, we're done. Yeah, this is it. this is your Europa CV format. This is your Europa CV format. So here I understand, like, you know, you can just go ahead and remove this so that this does not just appear on your CV. You can just go ahead and remove it. So yeah, you go to the second page too. You can leave the page numbers, but yeah, so see here, now we have removed that email, that website that came with it, and so this is it. So this is what your Europass CV format looks like. So you have your Europass CV, and this is it: Jennifer Confidence, England, UK. This is it. This is the phone number. This is the studies applied for here. Ignore. This is the studies applied for here. These are my work experiences, not actual work experience. This is just something I constructed here. Now this is it. This is my education and trainings that I have. These are my personal skills, languages, and all of that. These are my communication skills. These are the different organization. Look at it, the programs related skills. These are other skills that I have. And these are other additional informations from my publication presentation. So generally just delete whatever that does not apply to you. Just carefully do it, and yeah, this is it. And yeah, your Europass CV format is simple, ready, and good to go. This is just it. This is just what you need to do and get started with it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It's been a long video. Give it a thumbs up, and let's get you going already. Go ahead and get that Europass CV format. So good luck, guys, and give it a thumbs up, share this video, invite more people to watch, and good luck.